Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say tonight? And our card is the Knight of Swords. Definitely all about a sense of maturing, being in a secure place, a strong heart, a feeling of, being of service, having an interest in charity, right, for others, intelligence, and all around just really very powerful. All right. So I want to look at this right here as being the first thing we kind of explore. And it kind of looks like a person, almost like a goat person that is kind of in a kneeling, definitely a devotional posture. And it looks like they have their hand up and they're almost like having a vision. Okay. And so it kind of almost looks like they're sitting on some kind of, uneven ground here. Some kind of maybe like a kneeling device or some kind of devotional altar, a seated altar. And so this makes me think that this is a devotee or maybe some kind of priestess with a head like this. It makes me really think of maybe Pan, a satyr of some kind, a forest spirit. Okay, so I really feel like there is a strong pull towards not only your spiritual practices, but your relationship with the divine, but also kind of that manifestation of almost supernatural experiences, magic via the occult or esoteric, ritual. In this posture, I really feel like this is so much about kind of giving yourself over to, truly, a relationship with spirit, the divine, that is without kind of a formal system. Okay, I feel like you are a person who intuitively creates your own personal kind of rituals, religious practices, spiritual practices. You maybe belong to a religion. You maybe belong to some kind of initiate program, some kind of society. But I think within your own private life and your own interior temple, you are somebody who has surpassed kind of those first rooms of initiation and shed a lot of that kind of prescribed practice. So You are more of beyond a neophyte, possibly. And this, it doesn't have to be that you are initiated really in any way formally. You could be self-initiated, of course, and really just living out a spiritual life, right? I'm not an authority on anything, but I will say that in my experience, my limited experience, over the last, 15 years or so of partaking in, different, self-initiation, solitary practice, but doing some social practices, going to things like Gnostic Mass and such, and a lot of different kinds of Christian oriented kinds of different what's the word? Denominations. I've gone to a lot of different denominations over the years. And, within other religions as well. I personally just have a love for places of worship and being among people who are worshiping and in their grace. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful privilege to be within temples and holy, sanctified places. So, anyhow, I have met lots of people who practice all kinds of different things, sometimes formally. Often, though, the people who have the most interesting and deep relationships with the universe, with God, with, their own personal pantheons and things, are people who are kind of just going off of feeling. They don't memorize quotes or, gospels or know all the names and, attributes and this and that and, which those things are fine, of course, but there's something quite moving about somebody who has that innate connection, and they have not lost it, to cynicism or through hardship, and kind of lost their faith in the world, in life. Or somebody who has and they've returned, right? They've had miracles, deep religious experiences. And so I don't know which kind of camp you belong to, but I think that there is truly just a natural position towards the unknown for you. You are a person that could easily look into, I'm thinking of scrying here, look into a dark bowl of water and see something, right? You have that sight. And maybe you don't always follow it. Maybe that something's there, but you haven't really kind of found your medium, or you just kind of brush it off as kind of, oh, maybe I'm just, I just kind of read people well, or strange things kind of happen around me. But I think that there is really truly something very special about you, okay? And also why you are probably here listening to this. The universe provides, doesn't it? And so I also believe that there has been a time not too long ago where you were feeling kind of adrift, okay? And I'm seeing these kind of, it's a kind of a flat line, right? And up here I see kind of where it's curled a bit. It reminds me of a serpent. and a growing energy. Kind of like, if you want to think of it as the Kundalini, or the activation of the chakras, right? All the way up to that crown chakra set ablaze, very much in line with the Knight of Swords, the realm of supreme intelligence, right? This airy place, kind of set ablaze with that eternal and interior fire. Okay, and so I also see we have what looks like maybe a figure of Hermes, okay, or Mercury, and this is all about communication, about being kind of that liquid silver, very fluid, sometimes varied in emotions or temperaments. Okay, and I think that you know, you get into a place where you feel different. You kind of feel alienated, othered. It's hard to talk to people about the things you want to talk about. You aren't always interested in, you know, the interests of your peers, your family, maybe your friends, you know. It can be very difficult, I think, for a person who is on kind of a solitary path. Even if you look within communities of people who on paper are into kind of the same things you're into, but sometimes you find that their beliefs are a little bit extreme, or kind of you know, a decoration of their personality, right? And all pomp and circumstance, and there's not a lot of functional understanding or knowledge or wisdom there. And that really, in some ways, is way more alienating than somebody who just does not care about what you're talking about, or doesn't know, oh, this is just so-and-so and their weird stuff that they're into, right? At least that it's like, okay, this is like a person a lay person, a profane person who is just living their life, and that's cool. But when you go looking, you journey for somebody who should understand you, and then you get there and it's all a veneer. That is difficult. That is hard. But don't be deterred, right? We keep moving. We keep moving. And I feel like I look over here, I see a beautiful angel, and I just, from the beginning of this reading, I thought, okay, this feels like there is this energy of protection happening, okay? And I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that where you have felt lonely, adrift, maybe disenfranchised to some degree, like no place really suits you, you have this kind of divine guidance nearby. And it really is, there are the communications coming through, there is this activation, you know, this real sense of, you know, a pure heart. You are abiding your will. You are honoring your will. You are doing what you must, right? Not just what you want to do, what you must do. This is something that there's not a lot of meaning if not for this. Okay. And I see this kind of figure here. It looks like it has maybe a wing and maybe even a little bit of an arrow here. And to me, I don't know, it really makes me think that this is kind of like a dream weaver. This is a being that is kind of bringing you into the other side. I think that you're having a lot of dreams, a lot of potent dreams. And, you know, but and when you do, you go through cycles where your dreams speak to you, you feel very immersed in them. Oftentimes you wake up and they drag into your waking life. It kind of changes the atmosphere. It feels heavier, maybe. There's that residue of the dream world kind of passing back along with you. But you don't cling to this idea that you want to live in your dreams, that you know, it's the only place for you. You understand, and this is truly that Knight of Swords energy and a balancing, being very intelligent, having the ability to conceive and create and just truly journey far and wide with your mind, but being grounded, realistic, and knowing that you must do the things you have to do in your waking life to uphold these deeper processes, these interior processes to, well, you know, you have to keep yourself well enough, your body well enough, so that your consciousness is tied to something for now as you work through this manifestation, this karmic cycle, and so that is that kind of as above, so below. If you put your heart into your waking life, so you put your heart into those greater spiritual, intellectual endeavors. Okay? There's a mirroring, kind of almost like a fractal universe, right? And I think that you know this, and you are getting so good at maintaining that balance. Okay? And I see here we have something that looks like a dervish. Okay? And one of my favorite, the Sufi religion, within, you know, the religion of Islam. And this is very much a philosophy of love, of ecstatic love, agape, with that divine whatever, you know? And so there is the dancing and the whirling and these expressions of pure elemental connection, okay? I think of, you know, dancing and swirling in circles and just kind of being lifted into the atmosphere, out into the cosmos in this act, this expression of love that is beyond love. And this is kind of, you know, this interesting feeling that I feel that you understand, especially with this kind of serpent energy that is happening there, with this devotional practice. I think that, you know, in this period of your life, you have really, really made a decision to put aside a lot of the frivolous things. Okay? Not that that's bad. We should have fun. We should indulge a bit here and there. We should make mistakes, and we should make more mistakes and more mistakes. But then we get to points in our lives, and they don't have to last forever, but we get to points where we turn inward. We work on our devotion to ourselves, to honoring our existence, our relationship with our environments, with our families, with our communities, and, you know, whatever that divine thing is or means to you. Okay. And so through all of these dreams and, you know, interesting experiences that you're having, I see a fish here, and I feel that there's a great abundance coming. Okay, there's just really something that will click into place. It will make sense when it arrives, and you will know. You will know. And here I see an enthroned person. I see another person standing here with a robe. Okay, and it almost seems like there's a butterfly here, okay, on kind of the side profile. So the enthroned person is not unlike the emperor, empress. It could also be the high priestess. And the enthroned is somebody sitting in a throne, okay? And so when in this posture, this is a place of wisdom, of being kind of elevated, right, above, and a real confidence in decision making. Come on, come down. Hello, I love you. Let's go. Can I finish my reading? Come on, you old man. Come on. Come on. Jump down. Come on, you oldie. All right, but you have to get all the way down. Let go of my dress, please. All right. Our nightly blessing here. Okay. And so, I think really, you know, with that paired with this, with the butterfly on the side, this is really truly a place of, you know, self-evolution, going into a place of understanding that is transmuted into that deeper wisdom. And then also I feel there is, interestingly, I think, kind of this feeling of having a partner in all of this. And now this could be, you know, kind of like that chemical wedding, the unification of the opposites, or, you know, in the Jungian paradigm, that would be the self with the animus, or the self with the anima. Yeah, the self with the anima or the self with the animus, right? Depending on what you identify with. And really what that comes down to, without all those fancy words, is feeling like you know yourself, feeling confident in different parts of your life, in different parts of your being, dissolving a lot of the shame, guilt, conditioning, and really just allowing yourself to be as you are, okay, and to excel in that. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, really, what more could we really ask for within our personal work? I mean, there are things beyond that, right? But getting to these places, what an achievement, okay? Many of us will spend most of our lives trying to do this and not get anywhere close to it. So it seems like you are pretty advanced in this cycle that you are in. Okay, so again, we have another serpent, and this one looks like we have a sword as well. So that makes sense again with this. It's even similar to the sword that the Knight of Swords is carrying, kind of one of those, I forget what they're called, but I think that like a fencing sword. And then we have this one, although this one's curved, but it's thin. So we have that sharp mind paired with this wisdom, the wisdom of the serpent, okay? And we have a carrot. It looks like a carrot to me. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I really do think that this this journey you're on, this fragment of the greater journey, there is quite a payoff coming. And I really think that this is within the realm of just something clicking where you have struggled in some arena of your life. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's domestically, maybe it's within your family, controlling your emotions, whatever it is, just finding the thing that you are passionate about right now, whatever that is. But I think through this work and this continued effort, it's just going to come to you. And maybe through a dream, because we have this heavy kind of dreamy quality, and we have the Hermes or Mercury, the messenger. And so it would make sense that through some kind of dream space, vision work, active imagination, that you would kind of have a moment of aha, right? Where it all comes together. And I'm really interested to find out, what is that? What happened? What is going to happen with Taurus? So I hope that you will share with me and let me know. And I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm and grow the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. We just hit 13K last night, so yay. And if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I appreciate each and every one of your kind words, sharing about your lives, being just so generous with your time to even go on there and leave, you know, something on there. But yes, I thank you, and we're going to talk again in just a few days.